Let the church say amen. Amen. Let the church say amen again. Amen. Let the church say amen one more time. Amen. Now, if this is truly a sanctuary, why don't you put your hands together and give God a praise, because God is still worthy to be praised. Now, Chris Vaughn is a Baptist, but I was Pinckney's crazy AME friend. Amen. And we have been brothers for more than 30 plus years. There is really no reason why Clementa Carlos Pinckney and Kylon Jerome Middleton should be friends. He came from Jasper County, I came from Charleston County. Amen. We did not go to the same grade schools, nor did we grow up in the same area geographically. But it was through our connection in the African Methodist Episcopal Church, where somehow in the South Carolina Annual Conference, where we both were members of the YPD. Back then, YPDs were fired up. And so it was when our YPD leaders would take us to our conference meeting in the South Carolina Annual Conference in the Low Country. There came a collision between Jasper County and Charleston County. Now, there used to be a time where people thought we were the same people. Amen. Because we were both tall, and we were both skinny, and we were both dark. Amen. And so it was, we were at Allen University at a meeting, and he was a YPD leader, and I was a YPD leader, and Mother James came to us when Bishop James and Mother James were the Episcopal leaders of the state. Mother James came to us because I was a little rambunctious from Charleston County, you know, and Pinckney was very subdued. But he would do things to get me in trouble, and I would be the one who took the blame for it. And so it was that he was wreaking havoc there in our section, and Mother James came and pinched me. And so I went over to him and I said, "Who are you?" And he told me his name. And I said, "I don't like that name." And he said, "What is your name?" And I told him what my name was. And he said, "I don't like that name." And so from that day to this day, two awkward individuals with very strange sounding names became not only friends, we became brothers. Pinckney, when we graduated from high school, again, he was in Jasper County, I was in Charleston County, but through the AME connection, we were connected. When we graduated from high school, we would talk. We both started preaching very early. And when we graduated from high school, we started talking, and he said, "Man, go to Allen University. Man, go to Allen University. Man, go to Allen University." I said, "Pinckney, you go to Allen. I'm going to the College of Charleston." And so it was. Pinckney went to Allen University, and I came to the College of Charleston. But as it was, because we were friends, I would make the trip up I-26 to Columbia, South Carolina, for all of those years to be with my friend on the campus of Allen University, and that's where I met Crazy Chris Vaughn. After we graduated from college, the way things happened, God ordained it. I became the first black minority recruiter for the College of Charleston. And somehow God orchestrated that he became a recruiter for Allen University. And so it was, we were together again on the road to CACRO and SACRO conferences and all the high schools in the state of South Carolina. And I would set up my College of Charleston table, and before I could put the College of Charleston sign out good, I had 1,000 people in my line. And he was there at the Allen University table, and he barely had one. So I said, Pinckney, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up my table next to your table. And so it will be that when individuals come to my table, I'm going to push them over to the Allen University table. He loved Allen University. When we talked further, the College of Charleston gave me an American Express card. They would put me up in hotels, and I had a per diem every day to eat. My good friend Pinckney worked for Allen University. He worked for Allen University, and they did not give him an American Express card, but they did give him a Corsica. And so it was that he had to drive that vehicle back and forth from Columbia to wherever we were geographically in the state. We could be in Greenville recruiting, Charleston recruiting, in the low country area near Jasper, Berkeley, Beaufort, and those counties, College and Hampton counties, recruiting, and he would still always have to go back to Columbia, South Carolina. So I said, Pinckney, what I'll do, I'll start getting 2 beds. Therefore, where I am, you will be also. And so for years, Pinckney lived off of me and the College of Charleston. Oh, glory be to God. Now they can go and audit the books today, I don't know, and I'll pay them what I owe them, but me and Pinckney live good off the College of Charleston. Amen. And so it is, then we moved away from the recruiting scene, and we started concentrating heavily on the church scene. We had ambition. We started calling one another. I never really knew how to pronounce his name, so we had to phonetically. I said, my name is Kylon, like nylon. He says, my name is Clemente, not Clementa. Amen. I said, well, I'm just going to call you Pinckney. And he said, I'm just going to call you Middleton. But when we got in public, I said, I'm going to call you by your whole name. And he said, well, Middleton, why are you going to call me by my whole name? Because I said, one day, you're going to be somebody. And I want somebody to know not only your first name, but like the bishops of the church in which he strived and aspired to be, we're going to call your whole name everywhere you go. And that's how people started learning his name was Carlos. Amen. That was a good laugh. During the days before the church required theological education, I became a student at the Lutheran Theological Southern Seminary in Columbia, South Carolina, graduated with a Master of Divinity degree. And I reached back and said to my friend Pinckney, I said, Pinckney, you need a seminary education. We studied the church. Even though it was not denominationally mandated, I said, the way things are looking, we are going to need this to be equipped as pastors in the AME church. And so it was. He decided to sign up to go to Lutheran Theological Southern Seminary. I had already graduated, you know. And then they had me teaching New Testament Greek. And I said, Pinckney, when you come to the Greek class, I'm going to be your teacher. And so it was. He said, oh, Middleton, that's going to be good because I can't speak Greek, nor do I know it, but you're going to make certain that I pass. I said, Pinckney, don't play that game because I'm pretty tough. And so it was that he was in the class and he was not being studious. And I would take him aside and I said, Pinckney, you need to spend some more time. And then we would go over and I would give him private tutorials and he would not put the time in. And I said, you see me next summer. Amen. Amen. But from that time, the seminary, because of Pinckney, they changed the whole rules. So no longer do you have to go through the summer intensive. Now they offer it during the year. He had a passion for educational excellence, which pushed him through the leadership of Bishop Williams to go to Wesley Theological Seminary, where he will posthumously earn a Doctor of Ministry degree. His parents were my parents. His mom, Mother Akins, he called me one day and he said, Middleton, where are you? And just so happened, I happened to be in Charleston that day. He said, I need you to go to Red Lobster and get a table together because I'm going to bring my mom there because she received some very bad news from the doctor. But he said, I don't want you to say nothing. I want you to cheer her up because he knew I was just that way. And so it was that when she came, we talked and laughed and we began to cheer her up, not knowing that she only had a few weeks to live. But he loved his mother. He loved his father. When they would be traveling, he said, Middleton, we're coming through North Carolina. I want you to have a bed ready for me and Dad. And so it was. I had a bed ready for him and Dad when they went up and when they came back. And then he called me one day and he said, Middleton, John Ed is having some problems with one of those boys. I need you to take him because your son is like a soldier. And I told John Ed, if anybody can do something with him, Middleton can do it. And so it was. We met in a parking lot in Columbia, South Carolina. And John Ed packed him up and I took him home. Amen. Our children were tied together just that way. Jennifer belonged to both of us. Pinckney would call me up and he said, Jennifer is having a conference in Myrtle Beach. I want you to take Jennifer out every day, take her out to the conference, and then lastly, I'm going to come join you all at the end of the week and I'm going to vacation at your house. I took Jennifer every day to her conference. And then he didn't know I was cooking for her because he didn't realize I cooked. And we ate good meals. And then when he came, we went out. Amen. And then one morning, I had given them the master bedroom suite downstairs, and I was staying upstairs. He came to the bottom of the steps. He said, Middleton, Middleton, Middleton. And I'm like, what on earth is wrong with you? I'm not cooking breakfast this morning. And he said, Jennifer is pregnant. I said, I did not do it. Because she was staying with me all week long. And he said, no, I know you did not do it. And then he gave me a stick. I said, what is this? He said, see, and it was wet. So she found out she was pregnant right in my house. You remember that? Jennifer belonged to both of us. That's why it was no secret that when Eliana was born, when he said push, I was saying push too. Amen. We were there together. And it was not a secret or strange when she called me that Wednesday night when I was stepping out of Bible study and I could not even discern or understand what she was saying. But she said, the one thing I could understand that she said on the phone, I need you to get to Charleston right now. And because Jennifer called and said those words, I don't know how I got from Georgetown to Charleston. I broke every speed law, but the Lord held back every state trooper. And we were able to get together, and we've been taking care of them ever since. He took great care, even when it was time to name his children. We would talk, Jennifer Pinckney and I, and he said he wanted Eliana's name to be Eliana Yvette because it had a meaning, and he had a particular meaning. Milana's name, Milana Elise, because it had a particular meaning. He loved to eat. We had movie nights. We had a movie night schedule. He was a man of purpose, a man of conviction, a man of compassion. He was a man of God. Micah 6:8 says, he has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. And so as I take my seat, I'm here to let you know that my brother loved God, acted justly, loved mercy, and continued to walk humbly with God until his last day. Amen.